Holy guaca-fucking-mole. Um, also, also, this podcast will have tons of lisp in it because of my Invisalign. This is my fair warning to you. But we got some good news because I am actually finishing my Invisalign early because I'm such a good Invisaligner. Invisaligner? That's weird. That's probably not a real word, but you know. Well, welcome. Welcome fucking back. That last episode was a tearjerker. I hope you didn't cry as much as I did because that would be... No, actually, no, we would have had a heart-to-heart. And I was really, really nervous about posting that, but you guys know all that jazz because I had wrote about it on the description. So, but let's just switch gears. This episode is my first episode that I am actually recording in Los Angeles. Crazy. I've been here for almost a month and a half. Honestly, I haven't been in my apartment for more than 2 weeks. I've been traveling, going back to the Bay, and all that. So I actually have not been home, which is really weird because whenever people are like, "Oh my God, how have you settled in?" I'm like, yeah, I haven't settled in yet. So there's that. So stop asking me. I'm just kidding. That was really rude. But overall, the few days that I have been here, it's been awesome. The weather is great. The traffic sucks dick. But I'm enjoying every single moment of it. I may have had a few meltdowns, but I'm here, right? I am so raw right in front of you. Not right in front of you, in your ears. But this episode, I wanted to talk about toxicity. That is so hard to say with an Invisalign. Toxicity. Why would I do that to myself? So this is what I've been doing as I got older, and I thought that this would be like a good informative or basically educational topic that you can take with you, like within your life. Like I know some of my topics are usually very like in the form of entertainment, talking about dicks, talking about all that shit, but you might learn something here. I really hope you do because you're going to be listening to this for the next 15-20 minutes. I hope you get something out of this. So let's just get this thing. Woohoo! This is Invisalign. Let's just get this thing started. Okay. So, when we were younger, we wanted to hang out with everyone. We wanted to have fun. Like, that was our main goal in life, was just to have fun. Like, no one that I knew was really like, oh my God, let's just think about our future now and what's going to happen in 5 or 10 years from now. Like, we just all wanted to get shit-faced and create funny-ass memories that we could tell our kids, like, later on. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? Everyone goes through it. It's a part of life. Like, our mindset was different from our 20s into our 30s. Let's be real. So, as I got older, especially recently, I realized something very, like, life-changing, right? And it's basically like, oh God, I say like a lot. I say basically a lot. Fuck me. Okay. You are who you are. You are who you hang out with. For example, you hang out with people that always are very negative, you're going to get that negative energy back and you're going to probably give it back. Like that, all that negative energy, you're going to be surrounded by it. It's going to continue day in, day out, especially if you hang out with them a lot. And you don't want that. Especially me. I don't like all that negative stuff. Like any single type of negative energy, I feel 1 ounce of it, I'm like, get the fuck out. Get the boot out. So I was surrounded by people that complained a lot but did nothing about it. And it was so draining. Like, you have no idea. It was just like, I hate this. I hate that. And I'm like, then do something about it. Like, bruh, like, come on. Like, I remember I was friends with this girl for a really long time, and Um, and she just like kept complaining about like her weight and all that stuff. And I was like, why don't you work out? You know? And then she would work out for a day and just like not really enjoy it. Like, okay, you're not going to see results within a day. And honestly, the first month or even first few months is hard as fuck. You know? But I feel like once you get over that hump, then it's like, oh my God, I need to work out. It's really hard, and I totally get it because I was there before. I didn't like working out. Like, I would dread it. Me and my best friend would go to Orange Theory, and we would work out, and we held each other accountable. Shout out to Allie, because I would not have worked out as much as I did if it weren't for you. And now we're buff as shit, and we're fit as fuck, boy. And I also never worked out my upper body, and I am pretty, you know, these biceps right now, if you could only see them, I'm pretty sure you've seen them on my story, but you know, they peep it. So I just didn't want to be as rude as it sounds. Like, whoa, I am not like I'm not a mean person, right? But I feel like if you're giving me some type of energy that I don't like, I don't care if I've known you my whole life. I just don't want to deal with you. And I get it. You complain a lot. Life is fucking hard as fuck. I fucking get it. I have meltdowns all the time and I go to therapy. But if you don't do something about it yourself, because you're the only person that can change this, then that's on you. Then you can't blame it on anyone else. Am I right? Or am I right? Right, I'm right. So I just had to step away from all of those like negativity, all the toxic shindigs, shit, whatever. I had to exit out, even though that's why I feel like people would tell me, oh my God, you don't even talk to me anymore. Like, oh my God, you've changed. And it's just like, if I don't get the right vibes from you, I'm sorry. I had to look out for myself and my little bubble that I have, right? So that may sound selfish, but I feel like I had to do this for me, because for my mental state, I needed to only be surrounded with things that would either help me grow, or just better my life, or if I could change or motivate someone else as well. Like, I need that in my life. And I don't want anything less than that. I've also had people that put me down versus lifting me up, which is toxic as fuck. And I'm like, some people would be like, oh my God, how did you let that, or like, how did you handle that for so long? And I'm like, I just took a fucking beating, right? Like, that was my main issue. And, you know, like, and there were times with people, like, I had to hide my achievements. I had to dumb it down. I had to, you know, whenever I did something well, I wasn't proud of it because I was scared of what the other person would think. It was so toxic. It was so negative. But I did it for so long, guys, that I thought that this was normal. And that's the sad part. Well, fuck my life, right? But now I know. My life completely changed, and I'm not gonna lie, but the toxicity that has occurred to me in the past, really, there are still lingering effects. I'm not gonna lie. It's sad. It fucking sucks dick, but as long as I know what I need around me and who I need around me, that's all that matters now. And I'm constantly learning things about myself and constantly learning to protect my mental state of mind, because, you know, it is hard to be sucked into this toxicity and all that negative stuff. Like, sometimes people live off of that and are just addicted to that. And I'm like, I just can't. Whoa, stuttering Stanley. So I did cut off a lot of people. My circle is not as big as I, you know, had before. And plus I moved from my hometown, and moved to a place where I barely even know anyone, you know, but the quality of the people that I'm surrounded with is freaking awesome. Like, I would not trade in like maybe these, like the handful of people that I have for 200 acquaintances. Fuck that. Fuck that. I only surround myself with winners and positive vibes. And again, if I can help motivate you, that is my goal. You know, I want to be able to have relationships and friendships with people that help us become the better version of ourselves, right? Because at the end of the day, that's what we want to do, is continuously grow in life, and there's never ending to learning. Just remember that. Like, there's always something to get better at. There's always something to learn. Like, it's just so superfluous. Is that the word? That may be not even a word, but I think that's what it is. But then again, the negative and the toxic stuff, you know, I feel like it's like a temptation. Like, it kind of like pokes you, and it's like it wants to suck you in, but then I know you are just so smart and you're not going to get sucked in, because I did it for a very long time, and I still suffer from it, but I make better choices now, because I only want the best for me and myself and my mental state of mind, and I will do anything in my power to protect that. So the more you surround yourself with people, the better of a life you'll realize that you have. Like, once you actually cut all that bullshit out and you see your life after that, after all that negative shit, you're like, my bitch ass is never going back to that life again, right? So it was just like a moment that I had, and I was like, there has to be so many people that can like relate to this, and here I am trying to spread my news to you. So this is probably gonna just be a short one. But I hope you learned something from it, because again, there's so much shit out there that you can just fall into. And if you're listening to this, then you actually care about me, because you took about 15 minutes of your time to listen to this lisp of mine, and I appreciate you. It's not like my other entertainment episodes, but take this with a grain of salt. I don't know, but yeah. But just be careful of who you let in. Be careful of who you. That's a work email, guys. Be careful who you let into your life, let into your mind, and your space of yours. Because at the end of the day, you have to protect yourself. And you only have you sometimes. And look out for yourself and love yourself by kicking that negative toxicity out. Alright, guys. I will talk to you guys soon. I do have an interview coming up with that podcast, so I'll post that as my next episode. Alright, guys. I'll see you there, or I'll see you at another time. Bye.